Fortnite Chapter 6 Season 2 is here, and with it comes an abundant amount of gold, criminals everywhere, and one wolf who runs it all. There's so much to unpack in this season's storyline, so sit back, relax, and let's dive in. With every new season storyline, it's only right to recap the events of the previous season. Last season, a comet crashed onto the island, reawakening the magic that was dormant, and reactivating almost all the spirit drop portals but this one. With this portal will be important later on, keep that in mind. When these portals opened, this allowed the Oni to take over the island. We meet two siblings named Kendo and Jade, and there's another sibling but we'll get to him later. Together we try to learn about the magic and defeat the demons. Hope and Jones are also here, and we deliver the demon's essence to Hope to learn more about the magic. Soon Jade goes missing and we find out that she's actually trapped in the spirit realm. Kendo suspects it's Dago, aka the oldest sibling of the three, so we investigate Dago's mask making basement and find out that Dago was the one who gave Jade the mask. So when we go confront him, he explains that Jade herself got cursed by the Oni, and that he tried to help her by giving her a mask, but that unfortunately failed. Kendo also realizes that only the Oni can cross the spirit realm. Kendo finds the crater and realizes that the comet is gone, so Kendo and Hope search for the splinters of the comet, and Hope realizes that the demons are connected to the meteor. Then Kendo crafts the splinter blades and gives them to the Nitro, temporarily freeing her from her curse. Hope investigates the crater to examine the remnants of the meteor and tasks us to get the demon essence from Shogun X. After we do that, we give it to Hope and she concludes that the meteor was a shot of the 0 point. While all that is happening, Nitros gives Dago the blades and Dago immediately gets to work. In the build-up of the event, Dago uses Kintsugi to reconstruct the frozen portal, and with each passing day, the portal became more and more active. In the event, Dago crafts the mask and attempts to free Jade, but she is pulled back into the spirit realm and Shogun X comes out instead. Then, in a flash of light, both Dago and Shogun X become giants and fight, exchanging hits. The tides turn multiple times, however, Dago managed to defeat Shogun X. Then he proceeds to strike a pose, farming aura. The aftermath of this event was that the Kintsugi exploded, causing the gold to be everywhere. Fast forward to now, and the Baron under the name of Fletcher Kane has taken over this part of the map. But who is this wolf? Fletcher Kane was an ordinary wolf, but after the Kintsugi exploded, he wasted no time and harvested as much gold as he can. Now, with his newfound riches, he creates a company known as Alpha Mining Company. Yes, that's the name the meme writes itself. And mines for the gold and shiny shafts. Meanwhile, our cast of crew from Season 1, I'm gonna call them Hope's crew, are still trying to figure out the way to get the 0 point shot. But if they're too busy doing that, who's gonna take down this big bad wolf? I have one answer. Midas. Yes, Midas is back, and from the looks of it, he's determined to take Kane down. But he's not the only one, because every single criminal wants to take Kane down. So while Hope's crew is searching for the shard, Midas and the outlaws are working together to stop Kane. But who are these outlaws? The outlaws consist of Skillet, the main black market dealer, and the Possum, who's a fan of explosives, Keisha Cross, someone who's a fan of motorcycles, Joss, the island's chemist, and of course our big boy Midas. It seems that after Kane is dealt with, Midas will help Hope's crew find the 0 point shard, because from the quest dialogue, Midas admits that he's looking for the 0 point shard, but is also willing to work with Hope and Jones. He also mentions that a lot of people are looking for it. That bunch includes not only Kane but Dago too, assuming he's alive. So what's going to happen? Well, according to leaks, the story quest and 4 weeks before this season is supposed to end, and there's gonna be 20 audio logs enabled at the end of this season, which is interesting. Now, the reason why I say interesting is because it seems like Fortnite is taking the absolute doom route where they get the bad guy out of the season weeks before the season ends. However, instead of, there being a long lore drought, we're actually gonna get audio logs to fill us in. But that begs the question, who's the big bad for season 3? And I have two candidates. The first candidate is Dago. According to leaks, Dago is supposed to return as a boss, and in quests we're supposed to battle him, and he'll have 3 waves. So I theorize after dealing with Fletcher Kane, there'll be a new set of story quests which will tease Season 3. This makes sense because A. Season 2 story quests end weeks before the season itself. B. We're getting 20 audio logs at the end of this season. C. Dago is returning as a boss, and according to quests, we'll have to fight him. To add on, Dago is actually Kane's mask maker, because Kane received voice lines today and he himself confirms that Dago is his mask maker, which further proves my point. Also, if you battle the guards at Shogun Solitude, Dago makes a... well, not Dago, my bad. Kendo makes a comment saying that how those guards wear the same masks that Dago has. Also, if you rob the vaults, the guards spawn into the void tears. Now, the other candidate for Season 3's antagonist is actually Midas. Now, let me explain my theories before you guys grab your pitchforks and come at me. According to Josh, Gillett, Keisha, and Jones, Midas actually has a plan, and Midas himself admits that he's looking for the 0-point shard. What will he do with the shard? Well, I don't know, but if I were to guess, I would guess that he would probably use it to find the perfect island for his ambitions, because all the way back in Chapter 5, Season 2, he said that he was looking for an island that's perfect for his ambitions. That's all I got for this video. Now, if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and without further ado, peace!